My dear students, we are already done with our revision classes. So I hope you all are pumped up to learn new things. Let's move on to our new chapter, that is chapter number 4, metals and non-metals. So what is material? We use materials for various purposes every day, right? These materials can be divided into different categories on the basis of their physical properties. So we can divide it like that: metals, non-metals and metalloids. But in here we are going to discuss about the metal and non-metals. Properties of metals are: metals are hard, they are lustrous in nature, they are good conductors, they are malleable, they are ductile and they are sonorous in nature. Let us discuss about these properties. Metals are generally found in the solid state, like copper, silver, iron, gold, all of them. But metals like gallium and cesium are special. These solids melt easily by taking up the heat from the surrounding. That means they are very fragile metal. The metal mercury is an exceptional case. In class 7th, you have already read about mercury. That in case of thermometer, we use mercury. Isn't so? It is found in the liquid state at room temperature. Next one is almost all metals are shiny. That means they have lustrous appearance. Okay? So look at here. Copper, silver, gold, iron metals, they possess a property called luster. Next is lead. Okay, this is an exception. Metals are hard and have high density. So metals such as aluminium, iron are used in heavy industries and in making utensils. There are also exceptions. They are sodium and potassium. Sodium and potassium are exception because they are so soft that they can be cut with a knife. Metals produce a ringing sound when heat. This property is known as sonority. Watch the next clip carefully. As you can see, metal can produce ringing sound. Beautiful music can be created based on this property of metal. Being soft, sodium and potassium do not show this property because of we can cut sodium and potassium with the help of a knife. Metals are malleable and ductile in nature. What are that? Malleability is the property of a metal where it can be hammered into sheets like aluminium foil. It is ductility. On the other hand, ductility is the property of a metal where it can be drawn into wires, such as copper wires used in electric wiring. We can make wire by using copper. But of course, there will be exceptions as well. So sodium and mercury are neither malleable nor ductile. Metals are good conductors of electricity and heat. Look at here, this is a silver wire. Silver is the best conductor of electricity. But silver being most expensive is replaced by other conductive metals like copper for most electrical purposes. Let us understand what are the non-metals. We interact with various non-metals daily, like carbon in pencil leads, then phosphorus in matchsticks, or oxygen we breathe in. These are classified as non-metals. Notice that despite both being non-metals, carbon in pencil is a solid, but oxygen in air is a gas. In fact, non-metals can exist as liquid, solid, and as well as gas at room temperature. So, we can divide non-metals into 3 categories: solid, liquid and gas. Non-metals exist in solid form are carbon and phosphorus. Bromine exists in the form of a liquid which is non-metal, while oxygen, nitrogen etc. exist in the form of gases. So, all of these non-metals show some common physical properties. Like non-metals are brittle, that means they are fragile. They shatter into pieces on heating hardly. Non-metals are non-malleable, which means they cannot be made into sheets. They are non-ductile, which means they cannot be stretched to make wire, exactly the opposite of metal. Or hitting hard, they do not ring. Non-metals have no shine. That's why we wear jewelries of gold instead of carbon, of course. Non-metals are poor conductor of electricity except for graphite. Graphite is a good conductor of electricity. Now we will perform some activities. First of all, we will perform an activity to test the malleability of the metals. So first of all, we have to take iron nail, coal piece of aluminium wire and lead. And then we have to beat each of them with a hammer. Now, what do you observe? The iron nail and aluminium wire change their shape. But coal and lead, they only break into pieces. Thus, we can say that metals, if beaten, then it will change their shape and form their sheet on beating. But non-metals only break into pieces. So this property of metal is known as the malleability. So now it is clear to you. Next is conduction of heat. If we heat one end of a metal rod, then the temperature will increase. This proves that metal conduct heat, but non-metals does not conduct heat. Next is conduction of electricity. First of all, we have to connect the circuit as shown and check if the bulb lights or not. Then we have to repeat with another material respectively. First of all, place the iron nail. Look at the picture. That means the iron nail is good conductor. Then place the sulfur. Look, it is not conducting. That means it is bad conductor. Then place the coal piece. It is also a bad conductor. Then place a copper wire. Look, the bulb is glowing. That means it is a good conductor of electricity. Students, I hope the physical properties of metal and non-metal is now clear to you. So read these topics carefully, and next day we are going to learn about the chemical properties of metal and non-metal. Thank you, students.